Hello, welcome to Epic Mobility. We decided to do this filming outside today. It's beautiful. It's about to storm and you can start hearing the birds chirping. You may see my dogs walk around. I want you to enjoy your class today. You'll notice I'll have shoes on because I am in grass, and when I step onto my mat's gonna give a little bit. All right, I also have tools as a rug or a blanket later when we get down to our mat, just to help break contact with our hands or even our knees. So we're gonna get started, and we're gonna start with our Tai Chi postures first. Like I said, I have some shoes on because I'm in grass, but you can be barefooted. I will encourage you not to step onto your yoga mat yet, because your yoga mat is made to be sticky to hold you to the mat for certain yoga poses. So you may wanna step off your mat. Carpet's fine, hardwood floor is fine, but just be aware of your movements. So with Tai Chi, what we're gonna do is we're gonna get into our first stance, and that's pushing the hips back and shifting our weight to the balls of our feet. And we're staying down in this position, loading our abductors. And first, what I like you to do is just move your arms. Bracing your core, scooping under, bringing up. Enjoy this motion right here. I'm gonna be cueing you today to help you through these movements, but what really makes it worthwhile is after we practice these, we can get quiet and enjoy the movement all together. Now I'm just gonna bend my knees as we drop and pull up, drop and pull up. And we're not standing all the way up. We're staying in that posture one, pressing down. Oh, this feels so good, feeling the wind wrap around your body. I encourage you to do some of these practices outside. You never know what you're gonna get when you're in nature. Letting the shoulders rise and fall. We're gonna bring our hands together, step together, bring our hands to the side. Beautiful, so that was your posture one. I'm gonna face you now. We're gonna push our hips back, shift to the balls of our feet, and we're gonna go into prayer hands, bringing it up and back down. Palms up and back down. Don't overthink your breathing. Breath in and out. There is a reason for our breath on the inhale and exhale, but today I just want you to worry about your movement. Enjoy your movement. Breath in and out. One more time, breath in and out. Hands together, feet together, roll those shoulders back. Now just for a moment, I want to move into a yoga position with our prayer hands just to lengthen our frame just a little bit. So we're gonna be fist width apart. You can walk up to your mat if you like and put the arch of your foot on the edge of your mat to know where you are. Or you can just step back and bring those palms up, reaching to the ceiling, or in my case, the sky. Chest comes up, barely bending the knees. Breath in as we receive. Breath out, bringing the chest up. One more time, reach through your fingertips. Chest is up. That felt so nice. We're gonna move into posture three. Now this one takes a little bit of thinking and coordination with it. So we're gonna stick to one side as we transition. Let me talk a little bit more about that. I'm gonna step out nice and wide as my shoulders, because I'm long and tall, to give myself more room. I'm going to point my toe out, my right foot out. As I push, I'm leaning into my right leg, extending that left leg. I'm pulling all the sand out of this left leg into this right and pushing. And as I pull and bring my right toe up, I'm putting all the weight into my left leg. All the sand pours in. Let's try that again. Breath in as we push. Breath out as we pull. Let's do that again. Push to lengthen. Pull. As we push to lengthen the left leg, hold it. Now pull and put all the weight into your left leg. Takes some practice, we'll get there. Now let's go ahead and come to the center, point your left foot out, and let's try that side. Let's pull your left toe up, breath in, chest up, push. As we lengthen that right leg, pull. Pushing all the sand into the left leg, extending that right, pulling as we pull all the sand into the right. Coming back to center, feet together. Now we're gonna transition through those two moves. Staying down, shifted to the balls of our feet. In time, I really want you to enjoy this motion, maybe even block me out and move to your own rhythm. So we're gonna get nice and wide. I'm gonna start with my right side. I'm dipping my arms, getting into posture 1, stepping out as I push, pull right foot forward as I transition into the left, push, pull, transition. One more time, push and pull. Back to the center, hands together. Beautiful work. This last one we're not going to spend too much time on. It is a little bit of balance. Wobble is all right. Remember, as we are balancing on one leg, we're never locking out that joint. We're not putting our weight into that joint. We're asking our muscles to hold us. And because we're doing that, it may throw us off balance a little bit. So I'm gonna bring my right knee up. I'm gonna start with my right. I'm getting down into my posture 1. And as I dip, bring my hands under and bring that right knee up. I'm touching with my left hand, extending. Try it with me. Right leg comes up, left hand touches that knee past the hip, dip, extend, left, dip, extend. Now moving a little faster to help us with our balance, but as we slow it down, asking our muscles to engage, hands together, straighten up, nice and tall. I love starting with Tai Chi. It's such a mind and body, great for arthritis, blood pump between the ears. Nice, nice work. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and kick off my shoes because I'm gonna step on my yoga mat here. And we're gonna do some heat building, all right? Not necessarily cardiovascular, but we're gonna ask the blood to pump into our ligaments and tendons, and to help any kind of anxiety or anything that's going on between our ears, an opportunity to have some rest. So first, what I'd like you to do is step on the edge of your mat, and we're gonna go into our prayer hands. We're gonna get a little bit bigger and a little bit lower. Putting the weight into your heels this time. We're gonna bend our knees as we bring our palms up, reaching up, sitting down, reaching up, chest up, face up, driving the knees to the ceiling, or in my case, the sky. Ah, what a beautiful day. Trying to keep our knees from not touching. Can we pick it up for 3 more? Just a little bit quicker pace. Breath in, breath out, breath in, breath out. One more time. And together. Beautiful. Now we're gonna step out nice and wide. And in my case, I don't have a mirror to see where my body is, so I'm gonna have to feel for it and be familiar with myself. That comes in time as well. So I'm getting nice and wide, wider than my shoulders. I'm going to lean toward my right side as I reach with my left hand to the inside of my knees. My opposite arm is staying close to my body. That helps keep my chest up. We're keeping our chest up, our bottom back, our toes forward, lengthening, reaching. Here we go. Breath in, breath out. Breath in, breath out. One more. Meet me on your right side with your left hand, right arm up. Bring it to the front of your body. Reach it straight up to the ceiling. Right here, I want you to anchor that right heel, chest up, lengthen our frame. Now switch, right hand on that left knee, lengthen that left arm straight up to the ceiling. You start to feel your body change and shift and strengthen. Navel's nice and tight. Bringing it in, back to the center, step it in. Beautiful work. Now we're gonna do some forward half folds. It's kind of fun being on a mat in the grass, you know? You get to feel the earth. It's nice. If you haven't tried it outside, I really encourage you to. We're gonna pull our pelvis back. I have extremely tight hamstrings, so I'm always gonna have a little bit of bend in my knees. That may be you as well. If you hyperextend, really think of lock and load. Just don't hang on your frame, all right? So pulling everything up. You may reach to your mid-thigh, above your knees, or your knees. It depends on your build and what you're doing today. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a half forward fold, draw it back up. Inhale, exhale. Chest up, gaze up, reach it back down. Beautiful. One more time. Nice. Now I'm gonna face you. We're gonna do that forward fold and add a heel lift and a pulse. Let me show you how that's gonna look like. Inhale, exhale. 1, 2, forward fold, left, up. So we're just alternating and switching, coming up on the ball of that foot that we're reaching for. 1, 2, bring it up. 1, 2. Last time, 1, 2. Beautiful. Let's move to mountain pose, opening our palms to whatever's in front of us, rolling our shoulders back, just recognizing we're getting back into place to enjoy that movement. Nice work. Now, we're gonna go ahead and get down to our mats, and however you wanna do it. We're not gonna do it very graceful today in this swan dive. We're gonna do something very functional and strong, okay? So what I'm gonna encourage you to do, and I'll step this direction, and I want you to pick your most dominant leg to step in front of you. Think opposite train tracks, the strongest leg, pick one. And then you're gonna drop your less dominant knee down to the mat, and then your strong meets behind you. Such a beautiful, strong way to get down, and that's also a beautiful way to get up. You would put your strong leg in front of you, press up through the heel, weak meets the strong. I love it. All right, so let's go ahead and get back down. Bringing my knee back. I'm sitting cross-legged on my mat. We're not gonna stay here long, but I really want you to enjoy this movement. We're holding onto our knees, pulling the elbows back, stacking the spine. Using our body as a tool is wonderful. Tools don't mean that you're weaker or you're older. It means it gives you a result, and giving you better results to get strong. It just sets you up for a successful workout. So we're gonna bring that chest up, stacking the spine. And what we're gonna do first is roll our head from side to side. Now, if you have any kind of metal attachment, any kind of hardware in your neck or a rod in your spine or any kind of pain, don't roll your head. Turn your head, keeping your chest up from side to side. Or we can roll from side to side. Our head is heavy enough to help us with the stretch, but let's keep our chest up so we don't crane that between our shoulder blades. and load areas we shouldn't. Beautiful. So you're either looking over your shoulder. Again, you can bring your head behind you. If you feel any kind of sharp pain, that is not the goal. Burning is fine, but tearing, bee stings, not so much. Other direction. Nice. Roll your shoulders back. Beautiful. Before we move to all fours, I want to stretch our chest just a little bit more, all right? So I want you to bring your left hand behind you. Traditionally, you can keep your fingers pointing towards your heels, or if your wrists give you some issues, turn the hand out. Just make sure the shoulders are rolled back and that chest is expanded. We're bringing our right palm up and over, reaching with intensity. You may need to walk your left hand out just a little bit, keeping your hip bones on the mat. Reaching that arm like a rod, keeping the bend out. Now we're going to bring the elbow behind us. One more time, reach. Breath in, pushing up on that left hand. Breath out, bringing the elbow behind us. Dropping our right hand to the side. Left palm comes up and over, pressing up through our right palm to help us with that lengthen. Breath in, bring the elbow down. One more time. Up and over, elbow down. Posterior chain, lengthening your chain from head to toe. Now we're gonna get to all fours, and this is where the blanket comes in for me here. I'm gonna put my hands on it. It breaks contact with that mat. You can also put it right up under your knees. As you can tell, I'm on grass and double mat, so I'm not gonna do that today. But you will hang your knee either off the edge of the mat or hang your palms off the edge of the blanket, okay? And that breaks contact and allows you to get into form a little bit more. So as we get into all fours, we're gonna make sure our knees are up under our hips and our wrist to elbow, elbow to shoulder. And we're going to press up through our palms, tucking our pelvis, tucking our chin, arching our back, bringing our navel nice and tight into our cat pose. Breath in as we sag the back, straighten the arms, gazing at the front of our mat. Shoulder blades are down our back, tailbone to the ceiling. Breath in. Breath out as we press up through our palms. That's why form is so important on this one, having our wrist to elbow, elbow to shoulder, dropping the head, tucking the pelvis. Last time, sagging the back, chest up, face up. From here, I want you to look over your left shoulder, check out the pocket on your pants. And how cool are you if you really have a pocket on your pants? Check over your right shoulder. Come back to center. Walk your knees out wide. Press back. Pushing back. You do not have to touch your heels. You may walk your arms out as we move into child pose. Sinking through those hips. Again, you do not have to touch your bottom to your heels. And from here, just rock back and forth, keeping your forearms off the mat. Imagine pressing your armpits to the mat. Feel that stretch right between the shoulder blades. Beautiful. We're gonna come back to all fours, readjust if you need to. Bringing your knees in to hip height. Hip width, excuse me. Fist width apart is hip width apart. Now from here, it's gonna be very interesting. I'm on grass, so I've got extra balance today, all right? We are gonna be reaching our bird dog, which works our transverse right up under the belly button. That's our fall prevention muscles. It's also our internal girdle. But before we move into our bird dog, I want us to get some body awareness on how not to shift back and forth as much as we can. So we're gonna take our left arm and reach it straight along our face. Nothing changes in our body. Inhale, exhale, right arm. Smoothly bring it in. Left leg, straight out from the hip. Smoothly in. Right. Come on in. Nice. Now we're gonna reach from wall to wall, or in my case, fence to fence. Breath in. We're gonna lengthen out our right and then left leg. Smoothly come in. Breath in as we lengthen. Breath out as we draw it in. One more time. Breath in as we lengthen. Out when in. Last time, left arm, right leg, and bring it on in. Whew. Nice work, nice work. If you're new to these practices, sometimes it takes a little bit on our wrist, so let's roll out our wrist. And I would like you to come to your left side. That way I can cue you. As you're laying on your left side, we want to make sure that our elbow is under our shoulder. So as I look down, I'm elbow to shoulder. I'm gonna tuck it in a little bit more because as I sit up, my shoulder's gonna come over that elbow, and we don't wanna load that joint. We also wanna stack our hips. So let's stack our hips. Our left knee is slightly bent. We're not trying to sit back on the meaty part of our bottom. Pushing the hips forward, pointing that right toe. You can fingertip the mat or reach up to the ceiling, and we're gonna draw some circles right here. Nice, strong Pilates moves right here. And reverse. Pulling our toes toward our face, bringing our knee up to our hip, pressing it out low, bringing it to our hip, a little higher. Keep your chest up, hip, a little bit higher, bringing it down, pulsing for 10, right here. Holding navel tight. Ha, 3, 2, 1. Let's do that other side. A lot of hip strength, holding yourself up. We're on our right side, readjusting, elbow under shoulder. Hips, I gotta find my spot in the grass, huh? Bending that knee, stacking the hips, letting this brace, yes, shoulders to elbow. On the mat or above your head, point your toe, circles. Nice. Don't ever get competitive with these practices. That's not what they're meant for, reverse. It's finding out how you're mobile today. Good, pull the toes up, come up to hip height, low, come on up, a little bit higher. Last time, oh, and hold that movement. Pull your toes up, bring that leg down, and pulse right here, 10 seconds. Breath in and out. There's no competition here. We're letting things go. 3, 2, 1. Ha. Now, this will be our last move of the day. We're gonna lay on our backs. We're gonna do a modified version of 100s. We're gonna keep our feet flat, roll our shoulders back, pinching, pulling our chin down. Nice. We wanna make sure we round everything. Pulling our chin down like we're holding a washcloth or a golf ball, reaching our hands to our heels as we raise up, bracing your core to your hips. Think about knitting. Reaching, turning your palms toward the mat, and barely pressing, pulsing like you have a ball up under your hand and you're just trying to squish it into your mat. Navel is tight. Breath in and out. Keep it moving. Reaching towards your heels. Hang in there with me. Breath in and out. In and out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lay it on back, pull your knees to your chest, and I'm gonna open up my knees up toward my armpits, just to open up my hips a little bit. You can rock back and forth. Oh, if you have not done yoga in the grass, it really is nice. It is a little bit of a different challenge, I will say, but oh, so nice. Good. Now we're gonna put our feet down. Now this is gonna be interesting, me rolling up, but I'm going to pull my knees to my chest, rolling up in a tight ball. Ha ha, hee hee. Put your head on your knees. Just a cue, all right? Pulling the elbows out like you're holding a big old beach ball, pointing your toes, keeping everything C-shaped. Again, if you have a rod in your back, please omit this exercise for the moment. And we're gonna roll up, keeping a rounded back, not touching the mat with our toes. Tuck, sink. One more time, up. Oh, that was too fun. Let's get one more. Roll back and up. Grabbing your knees, sitting up nice and tall. And I'm gonna meet you in the middle of my mat with your legs crossed. Beautiful work today, beautiful work. As we sit up nice and tall, we're gonna finish our class with we started with Tai Chi movements, our Pilates, our yoga meshed in. Now remember, mobility is key to your quality of life. Thank you for joining me today. Please practice this again this week. Namaste.